I'm sharing my screen. It's coming. So today we are going to start with our last topics. Again, interesting ones. One of them is Google Calendar. We all have been using it. You've been getting constant invites onto your calendar, which are the silent invites through Hema ma'am that she was presenting it for these sessions. Then we are going to move on to Google Sites with Shefali ma'am. Moving back to Geo Tools, question answers, and then the mock test details, all of that. A quick recap we did with Shefali ma'am and Hema ma'am in the past session. You all did Gmail, the chat, YouTube, Meet, and Keep. So, like we said, any questions we can take it up towards the end if you are stuck on any of these or have doubts, or you have the Google form that is shared at the end of the session. Please do share your comments, your remarks, your questions, and we'll take it up if it can't be managed in this session. So, they are small tools, short tools, but a lot to do in it. So, without much ado, I'll dive into the calendar. So here, Google Calendar, we all know, is used basically to get reminders, set our schedules, and fix up appointments. As from the perspective of level 2 certification, we have Google appointment slots. How do you schedule appointments for students? How do you schedule appointment for students as parent teacher meetings? And you can also how it can be added to Google Meet within the calendar invite. Some skills to master we need to know for level 2: how to create, share a calendar, creating events calendar attachments, how that can be done, embedding your calendar into a website or any other place that you'd like to with the embed code, create appointment slots, which are also called now appointment schedules, and advanced settings in calendar. So we are on overall calendar, we are going to work on the advanced settings in calendar. So I think here we are. So we are going to go live from here. I'm going to start with this. All right. So there are ways that you can go into calendar. If you look at, let me go back to the presentation. If you look at this Google slide, it's just minimizing. On the right side, there is already calendar shortcut on the very right. If you see right here. Now, many people would not be able to see it because of this little arrow key, which can compress and collapse this menu bar. Or if you click on it, it can reappear. So this is how you have a few shortcuts here, like calendar. You've got the keep, you've got Google Tasks, you've got the contacts and the maps. They can be accessible through this. So that's one way you can access Google Calendar. Second way would be going either to your Drive or going to the 9 waffles. Let's just go here. So these 9 waffles, these are Google apps. We call it waffle. And then you've got the calendar right here. Or the third way is to go to calendar.google.com. There. And we will have our calendar open right here. So now, so like I said last time, I am on vacation, so I don't have a lot of events right now, which are school based. However, this is my school calendar. So if you can see, this was by default set by Google because we had a symposium. So it was a calendar invite that was set onto my Google calendar that was registered for the event. We've got some events that I have created for practice, for demos, then the regular calendar events that happen throughout the festivals, and the key information that by default the world map gives us or the calendar gives us. So this is how the Outlook is. We're not going to look on to how the interface looks like. So we are going to start with creating. So creating an event is our first criteria. So we create, click on this plus sign. You can create event, task. You can even create out of office reply, focus time, working location, and appointment schedule. So we create an event. You can either click on this plus and create an event and a pop-up comes in, or the day you want to create it for, just click on that day. Here You click on that day, and this again comes in. So we are going to start from the create event. This little pop-up comes in. I'm going to give it a title as demo day 5. Let's do that. Now here also you have the same menu: event, task, out of office, focus time, working location, appointment schedule. Then you have the date. To get into the detail, at the bottom I have, next to my save blue button, I have more options. These are the advanced options that we looked at in the slide deck, which says the advanced options in calendar. So more. When we click on this, our whole window appears. It takes over that day. Demo day 5 has been titled. Now, which day would you want this event to happen? So we want it for today. It's already gone. So let's create it for 13th August. I want to create it for morning. So this is starting from now, since we are close to 5:30, that's by default. But I want to do it like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to just scroll up and down to get my desired time slot. So that's, just disable this 1 second. Here I have 9 a.m. So I'm close to that. Yeah. So 9 a.m. And from 9, it by default takes an hour. We want to make it like 4 o'clock. That's my event, 4 p.m., 7 hours. And it's on 13th August, the whole day. Either I can choose that all day. I can click on that. Then I don't need to specify my time. If I don't, it comes back to 9 to 4. I want to repeat it like every day, weekly on Wednesday, since it's a Wednesday tomorrow, monthly on second Wednesday, annually on August 13th, every weekday. I can, irrespective of my day 13th, I can do it like every day, Monday to Friday, or I can even custom it. Let's customize it. I will click on repeat every 1 week, and I will say after, it should never end. It should end on this day, or it should end after, let's say, 5 weeks. It's a 5 week event. So after 5 occurrences, so I'm going to move it to 5, and I'm done. So Wednesdays weekly 5 times. So every Wednesday 9 to 4, this event will commence. Now moving down, it says event details. Now it can be an online event, it can be an offline event, it can also be wherein people join in from both spheres. So I am going to click on add Google Meet conferencing. The moment I click on this, it will automatically generate a meet. So I don't have to go to a meet. I will generate it right here within my calendar. I can simply copy, and my calendar link is shared with anybody I want to copy paste with. Here are the settings of my meet. If you click on further, you can always fix those right from here. The host settings, the controls, the meeting access, who would you allow, what would the contributors do, all of that. Like you have the meeting records, the guests, the breakout rooms, everything can be decided right here from the calendar. So we're not going to do any of that for the moment. Add location. I can even, since I said it can be both parties joining in online and offline, I am going to, let's say, start with my school. Lycée Français International de Delhi. So that's the school, basically the French International School. I have given the location. I can have now the notification. So there's the bar. I can have the notification. It will notify me 10 minutes before the meeting, or it can email me 10 minutes before. I can even change this to, let's say, 30 minutes. I can even change it to hours, days, or weeks. So one is 30 minutes before. I add notification. So I want to get another notification. Let's say I want to choose 24 hours before. Another notification I want to add here could be an email, which would be 30 minutes, let's say 45 minutes before. It's a big event, so I want to have several notifications. So you can choose add as many as you want. Just click on add notification. Further, it says which calendar. This is the name of my calendar by default where I'm working on. I'll show you how it changes. This is the color of my calendar, the event color. I can always click on this and change the color of my calendar. Let's say I want to do it as purple. That will be my label. I can always say busy or I can say free. Right now, if anybody accesses my calendar, I'll show you again how to do that. It will show me, or that person, that Harpreet is busy right now at this particular moment. So they cannot book any appointments with me at that particular time frame. Default visibility, is it public or is it private? I can choose that. I want to make it, let's say, public, because I want people to know that I'm busy right now so they can't book a slot with me. Now, this is another interesting section right here. You can always add description to your calendar invite and inform, in addition to your participants, what is the meeting about or what is this event about. So for this, I can either go to my drive and get a document attached. Again, this is important for level 2. So I go to my drive and I pick up any document. Let's say this document. This is a Cambridge document. I click on this and I click on insert. So my document, which is a Google Sheet, has been added on, which is the requirement for my school exam day. So I can do that. Here I will say, please review the document before the meeting. Okay. Now I have to create meeting notes. This is something, another thing interesting, wherein you can always create notes, which means whoever this document will go to, this calendar invite will go to, a separate document, which is a shared document, will open, and we can all make it as a working document for us, that they'll be able to refer and put their notes right there when we are doing the meeting. So no other document is related to it that needs to be added to it. This is by default a feature which you can use it and everything remains. So even after 2 years, you want to go back to the same document or the calendar, you just go to your calendar, go to that specific date, find the notes or any related documents related to that meeting, and you will be good to go. So that's the create meeting. The moment I say that, it says document will be created when you save the event. It will be shared with all the guests, including those outside your organization. Now I can do some basic formatting. I want to make this review as bold, underlined. I can do that. I can make some bullet points here using this. I can do that. So that's basic editing. Moving on to a right side is adding guests. So I can add my director as the guest. I can add another teacher as the guest. I can, let's say, add Hema ma'am as the guest. I can add another person. Let's see. So I can add as many people as my guests. Now their calendars are not shown at the moment. Some of the settings I can do with my calendar. So here, these are the guest permissions right at the bottom. By default, it is checked for invite others. So here, my guests, these 4 guests, can further invite others using this calendar code, or they can also see the guest list. Sometimes when it's a huge list, or sometimes when we are creating a meeting but we don't want others to know who all are part of this meeting, we just hide it. So you can uncheck the guest list. The attendees or the guests are not allowed to invite others. So it says absolutely on the basis of invite, personal invite. Then you have modifying the event. I can give my guests, these particular guests, the permission that they can modify. So they can add a document, they can add the time or change the time. That could also be a possibility, but I don't want to give them any rights. I just want a simple invite to be sent. Once I click on my save, it says, I would like you to please mute yourself, sir. So once it is done, It says, would you like to send invitation emails to Google Calendar guests? Either I can go back to my bed editing, or I do not send. So that calendar invite will be added onto their calendar for sure, but they will not get a notification. I don't want to disturb and clutter their emails. So I can just send the invite. A lot of times when we have a lot of emails, I just simply can't find my emails. An easy way I know that it is by default added to my calendar, because the team that I work with different agencies, they do use Google Calendar very widely and vastly. So we go to just the calendar, the event is listed there, and you just directly log in from there. So that just makes your life easy. Once I click on send, if I say do not send them invitation emails, they will have this added. So I can click on send. The moment I send it, not everyone, like Hema ma'am is not from my organization. This is Gmail, these two. So it says, would you like to send it outside? Yes, invite all guests. And here, one additional step, which we didn't have it long time back, create and share meeting notes. Again, here, remember we created these meeting notes on the left side of document. This is where it will re-ask you, create and share. And yes, the meeting notes will be shared. Now, would you want these participants to be a viewer, a commenter, on an editor? Now, since I'm sharing the meeting notes, I want them to work on it. Like I said in the beginning, it's a working document. But again, if you're sharing something which you only want them to look at, refer to, and you will be typing the notes and they should just refer, you can always make them just the viewer. Allow anyone with link to access. Again, that can be changed. You can change according to the specific people or anyone with the link, or you don't give the link at all, which again defeats the whole objective. Once this is decided, you save the event. It says it's going out of your organization. Share anyway. Yes. Once this is done, your calendar event is created. And if you see on 13th, my demo day 5 is created in purple. Now, every Wednesday for next 5 Wednesdays, it will be seen. Let's look at this. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Anandji, I'm muting yourself again and again, and you are unmuting yourself. Please look into it, please. Thank you. Sorry, ma'am. Please carry on.
Okay. So every Wednesday, if you look at this, we've got August. We are on 13th August, 20th August, 27th August, 3rd September, and the last one is 10th September. 5 Wednesdays is when we looked at and we set up this demo, and that's how it is scheduled for us. So this is how your event is scheduled. So I think if we go back to our key points right here, it says create an event. We did. Now let's look at sharing an event or creating an events calendar. So how we will share this event, we just looked at it. So this is my event. I can either copy it. I can also write here, this is my event. I click on this. This is my going back to the event. This is where I can modify. These are some more actions I can show you, wherein you can print this calendar, you can delete, you can duplicate this event. So that is where you can do that. Now, one thing here is all these calendars that you have on the left, these are all by default when you create any Google Classroom. You see the classroom is always devised to have your students turn in your assignment. So that's indirectly linked with calendar. So all these are not the calendars that I've created, but actually calendars through my Google Classroom over the years that I've created. So you see even 2019 and 2020 is there. I've got some very old demos that I've given, very old classrooms that have been shared with me, which I'm not the owner, or the ones that I have created, all are listed here. So this is where you have your calendars. Now, all these green ones, if you see this green holidays in India, if I uncheck this, all these green will disappear from my calendar because I wanted those dates right there. It has disappeared. I just click on it. You all will have that. This is by default the festivities that we have across India. So right now my calendar is here. The left, Harpreet Chaudhary, if you remember. I click on this three dots, which is the snowman. Here it says settings and sharing. This is how you can share your calendar. So when I click on this, settings and sharing, these are the advanced settings that open. So here we're looking at the last bit of our advanced settings in calendar right here. So here it says description. If I want to add a description to my calendar, I can set a time zone to my calendar. I can set it as my primary. By default, this is GMT plus 5:30 is my time zone. I am the owner here. I can export this calendar anywhere, or I can make it public. Then it says this is make available for Lycée Français International de Delhi. Ma'am, can I just come back? I have a power cut right here. I just want to turn off the extra lights.
Yes, sure, sure.
Yeah, just 1 minute. Sorry, I didn't want to get a complete blackout. So here we are on to the advanced settings. Here it says make available for Lycée Français International. So this is my organization. I can see all details. Here I want people to see in my organization if I'm free or busy, but I don't want to tell them what exactly is my listed schedule, what am I doing at that time. So I will just during that time show whether I'm busy or I'm free. Then the calendar info for Google Apps. So this is the related apps. I can do that. This is where it says get shareable link. So I just click on that and I have the link here. I copy the link. I share it with anyone. That's how it is shared very easily. So again, reminding you, it is on the left panel. Choose your calendar, three dots, and you've got share. Once you click on that, it has the settings. It has the sharing option. Another way, you can add people right here, and this is where you can just click on whoever you want to share with. So I have the list of people. I can just click from here and directly send them. For example, I can share it with this person, and again the permission is see only, free or busy. This is outside my organization, so I can click on send and it will be shared with this person, my calendar, so they can access it. Then it says event notifications. We already fixed it there. I can again have before the event, set it right here once again if you want to change or edit any of them. Then it says new events. If there are any new events, cancelled events, we don't want to do anything. This is again important. Integrate your calendar. So once I click on this, this is the link given. I can just copy paste this link and I can just integrate it into any email or anything. For example, I want to go to my classroom. Now my screen is visible right now, right?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. So I am on my Google Classroom. Here I want to go to emailing my guardian. So I will just click on this. I want to email this link to my parents because I want to create a meet with them or a parent teacher meeting, let's say. Or I want them to have a view of my calendar so that whenever they would like, they can set up a meeting with me looking at my availability. So how it happens in most of the organizations, the meetings are already fixed by the organization leads, and those are areas which are blocked. So here, whoever has given that access permission is listed here as my parent. I would have to have a copy. I would like to have a copy given to me. And then I say appointment schedule. So here I will say, dear parents, please use this link to set up meetings over the year. Let's say now I'm going to hyperlink it with the link that I copied from my calendar. So use this link. So after this, I'm going to highlight this. At the very bottom of my mail, there is this link, the insert link. It's like a chain. I click on that. It gives me a little pop up. I'm going to paste my calendar link. The moment I do that, this is hyperlinked. And when the parents will click on this, they will directly go to this link. So they don't have to look anywhere. They just have to keep this email safe with my name. They can find it and they can always have this appointment schedule anytime in the year, that they can see, okay, this time teacher Harpreet is busy or free and I can book an appointment with this teacher. So that could be one way. Another way, when you can embed this, is using your website. If you have a Google site you're working on, you just simply have to copy this code and embed this into your website, and that's how easy it is to embed the code into the website. Then it says this is the public address. That again depends on the settings that you would want it. And you can even remove this calendar altogether by clicking on delete. That's how you share your calendar. I think until here we are good to go. Sharing a calendar, creating an events calendar. So we just looked at it at the bottom right here. If you scroll down, these are all my calendars. So this is my main calendar and these are all my calendars for my classrooms. Now if I look here, these are the other calendars that I can create. So for example, I can say create new calendar. So this is where I can do a calendar for school events, and I can give it a little description and I say create calendar. At the bottom it says calendar creation in progress. So we've looked at how to create an event within an existing calendar, or we can do, so this is where my calendar is and I can now configure it as per my requirement. Look at this. So I can make it public, I can make it available to my school or organization. I can always look at the further settings of my calendar. But by default, so there's the public link given. There is a URL that can be used in embedding to a site for educators. So all this is here. And if you look at this, school events is this calendar that has just been created. So this is how easy it is to create a calendar. So I think we are done with the third one also. Calendar attachments. We looked at how you could attach your calendar attachments to your invite. For example, we just looked at this. I open this further, edit, and this is where at the bottom we looked at selecting the attachment either by Drive or anywhere else. So that could be one. Then embedding it in a Google Calendar. So Shafali ma'am, once she's doing the Google site, she'll show you how to take the code and where you can stick that onto the calendar. Then creating appointment schedules or slots. This is the last one in calendar. Again, very interesting one, very useful for teachers. So here the three dots, the hamburger, you click on it. No, sorry, my bad. You click on the plus sign. You click on create, and right at the bottom of create is appointment schedule. Once you click on this, it will show you the time you want the schedule to be. Now we are on August 13th is tomorrow. I want to create a schedule, appointment schedule, not for this week. Let's see. I want to create it for Saturday. So for Saturday, I will show you how to do that. Let's say 16th. No, sorry. So I go to create, I go to appointment schedule. Now it says my appointment, I will say as half yearly meetings. Okay. And I want to set the duration. By default, it's 1 hour. You can choose it to 15 minutes, 30, 45, 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours. I'm sure nobody wants to meet the parents that long. So custom. I can also do it like custom. I can change this to minutes and let me do it for 10 minutes. I think that's a decent time to see the parents. Then you go down further. It says which day would you want. So it has already added Sunday and Saturday as unavailable. We can add that by just clicking on plus. So I want to do it not on any of these days. So I can click unavailable, 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 unavailable. And then I say right here on Saturday. So I can click from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is my time. I'm a hardworking teacher. My Saturdays are full. So I will do that slot. Now it says scheduling window. How early do you want to propose this? So the maximum time you can set this calendar is 60 days in advance. So if you have a parent teacher meeting, let's say now we'll have soon the half yearlies, and after that you'll have after that I think September end. So we are already 2 months away, so we can set it up, get relaxed, and us time pe it'll automatically just release my calendar dates to the parents, or I can set that link. So that can be done well in advance, 60 days before, up to 4 hours before the actual day or the event. I don't want to do that last minute. I want to know. So, and I don't want to make it like 60. I'll say 1 week before it should open to the parents, and up to 24 hours is when I should know ek din pehle that today, tomorrow I will be meeting so and so parents. This is fixed. It also says start and end dates for your appointments. You can always do that as per your convenience. So you can say which is the start date and which is the scheduling window. So I don't want to do that. I'll just do it right away. Adjusted availability. So if there is any availability date that you want to change last minute, you can do that. Now, booked appointment settings. So right here, we have booked appointment settings. There's a buffer time. So between each slot, I want to have, let's say, not 30 minutes, maybe 5 minutes in between for the parent to go if there's an overlap, all of that. And then I want maximum bookings per day. Let's say I want only 10 parents to be met on that day. Guests can invite others. So my parent, if their parent has the link, I don't want that parent to invite others also to this. It will only be going to my specific 10 parents, for example, or 15 parents. Then it says my calendar. This is my default calendar. I can change my calendar to any other calendar names that I have, but I want to do that. So co-host, if there is a co-teacher. Last year, I tried it for the first time. In fact, 2 years back, and this co-teacher did not know how to do that, and she said I can't see. So each time I would tell her abhi ye wala appointment aa gaya hai, abhi ye wala parent add ho gaya hai. But then we realized there is a co-host feature which was not there in the beginning though. So you can here add a co-host teacher. At gmail.com. So this teacher by default will also get access to this calendar as and when parents are filling it. So here I do that. Now if I go up here, further on new menu comes in, booking page, photo and name. We don't want that. Location and conferencing. So this is where again you can fix up your Google Meet. You can say Google Meet. So it's a Google Meet calendar invite for the scheduling. I don't want parents to come to school, but at the ease of their work. And I can describe to discuss the half yearly exams. Then the booking form. Now this is important. Again, you have so many students, you can add. By default, it says first name, surname, email address, add item. So this is where I normally add an item, which is custom item, and I say student name. Student name, and I will make it a required thing. Sometimes you do not know all the parents names, so you know by this that ye uske mummy ya papa hai, and that's it. You can add more if you want to add Gmail, or it says require email verification, which we have already by default kept it on. Booking confirmations and reminders. So here if you click on this, it says you and the person who made the appointment will get a confirmation. Again, very important for us. Email reminder, the person who made the appointment, so that parent will get it one day before. You can even have it like half an hour before or 1 hour before. That can be added, and you click on save. The moment you do that, this is a pop-up that comes in. Open booking page. Once you click on that, this is your view, how you will see it. The booking page will open for us. It's coming. Half yearly meetings. So look at that. That is, as a teacher, you will see this booking page, 10-minute appointments, Google Meet video conferencing, and there is the date on 16th. It's highlighted as 16th. Then you've got all these from 9 to 9:10. Sorry, I made it way too big. 9 to 9:10. So 5 minutes between the two. So there's 15, then it's 30. So each time it's a 10-minute slot, but you have an overlap of 5-minute buffer time. And you have all these slots until 4:45, because we checked the last one as our 5 p.m. Now it says share. This is how I can, on the top right, I can share this link right here. I just copy the link and it is shared with any parent. Or again, I can embed this. If you have a class website that you want to embed this on, you just click on this, you copy this. Now there are two ways. Either you do a button with pop-up. So once you click on this, you copy this button code onto your website or where you want to copy the HTML. This button will appear. Parents will click on it. They'll land up onto the page where they can book the slot. Or you can do it like a copy code inline booking. So right here, not the button code, but inline booking. Again, you have a code. Just copy the code, paste it to your website, and it will just sync into your website. So that's how you can do the sharing. Now, how will the parents look at it? If it says see your booking page, that's how the parents will look at that page. It will appear to them as a slot. They will simply click on here. This is the PTM schedule, 10 minutes, half yearly. This is your page. This is the parent page. Let's say a parent chooses 9:30. I click on this as a parent. My name is there. Let's say Zubi. I don't know. I'm just putting any random. This is my email address. The student name I'm supposed to ask Zayan, and I click on book. The moment I click on book, my 9:30 slot has disappeared. So here it says booking confirmed. You've got that confirmation. Close, and my 9:30 slot here has gone. And if you look at it, half yearly meetings here, also the 9:30 slot as a teacher will be gone. So as a parent, if you're a second parent, thodi der baad a friend turns in, they won't find that slot. It has already been taken. So all the slots taken away will be removed. So with this, I think we are done with all of this calendar. Let's quickly do a check onto our short 1-minute quiz. I am trying to get there. My screen is hung up. So here, Shifali ma'am, Hema ma'am, if you can help me with the answers. An educator needs to schedule recurring parent-teacher conferences,
Ma'am,
allowing
slideshow,
parents.
please. Slideshow.
Sorry, मुझे लगा if it gets stuck, so I should get used to this. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. So you are trying to schedule a recurring parent-teacher meeting, allowing parents to sign up for available slots. What's the most efficient Google Calendar feature to use? Is it A, creating individual each event for each time slot? Is it using appointment slots or schedules? Is it by sharing the calendar with make changes to events permission? Or is it sending out Google Forms with available times? A, B, C, or D?
We are getting bees, lot of bees.
Oh, that's good news. They all know it now, and I'm sure they will all use this feature. Perfect. You are all correct. Appointment slots feature. Next one says to effectively share a class calendar with students and parents while controlling what information is visible. What's the best practice? So you share it with see all event details permission. You create separate calendars for different audiences. You publish the calendar and embed on a class website and send out daily calendar screenshots. Think of your ease. How would you find it as A, B, C, or D as educators? What do you think would be the best practice for you? What are we getting now, ma'am?
C, D, a mixed answer, ma'am. Mainly C.
Okay,
B
so
also there.
it is C. You need to publish the calendar to make it effective. It's always easy. Have a website, a class website, or a newsletter for that matter, and you put it there. So calendar should be embedded, which is always a more practical approach. I think with this we are moving on to the next part, which is Shafali ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a wonderful explanation. Now, moving ahead with the next tool, that is Google Sites, right? So, what all we can do with Google Sites, why there's a need of creating website as an educators, right? So here we can actually create our own websites without using HTML codes, without being aware of codes basically. That sounds little complicated. And everyone is not so tech savvy that we create codes and then we create the websites, right? Websites can be created for various purposes. So in this process, what are the skills that you will learn? You will learn how to make a Google site more accessible, how to add video into it, how to make it more interactive and engaging as well, and then how we can add Google files, images, and many more things into it, right? So with sites, what as an educators we can do basically. So we can create websites for a place to keep all our resources and give access to whosoever needed. Means we can control the access of our site. Then we can share the updates that keep on happening. For example, every institution, they have some or the other department, and if you are the head of the department, you can create a website for your own department. You can keep on updating that particular website with the recent events, and if you want anybody to register for the upcoming workshops or anything, so you can embed a form over there. You can even embed your appointment slot calendar also that you have learned just now. Then you can create a website for a school newspaper also, where you are actually putting up all the recent things. Similarly, you Google websites can also be used as a collaborative project for the students as well. Like in schools, we usually give them a project to made on a particular topic. So similarly here, now where they need to collaborate, so in physical space it's not very much convenient for the students to collaborate with each other and then work upon a project. So why not bring here into the picture the digital part, as in why not to give them a project where they have to create their own website and gather all their findings, research, project work, images, videos, everything they can put up into their website. And as an educator, I can see which child has done what part of it, means how much they have contributed to the website. And we can even control that whether that website should be published or no, right? So let's get started here. I'll just show you a sample website that I have, that few of the educators have created using Google Sites only, where like this is a website for a library purpose, where all the links, the images and all, everything has been added. And if you want to know about the membership details, you just need to click on it. You want to call the person, you can call the librarian as well. So they will take you to the entire information over here. Similarly, they have also showcased the location and all, what are the services they are providing, even the list of the books, what are the types of books that they are providing. That is also mentioned over here. What are the different types that they are providing, binders, then flashcards, activity books and all, everything, the entire list is available over here. And if you want to know the entire book library, like, okay, what all books are there for what all library, so the sheet is also linked here. So we can create a hyperlink.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, great. So here you can see the images of books have been added. So all the images are changing automatically. And here are the buttons where actually when I click on book library, so the entire list of the book will come up over here that was prepared on a Google Sheet basically. So there are fiction books, references, magazines, general reference book, Hindi books, the serial number, everything is mentioned over here. And like it's a very easy thing. If we create a website, we put up all the entries over there, we give access to other students, and like from the home only they can decide upon, okay, which book I need to get issued the next day in the school, right? Similarly, any subject teacher can create a website for their own subject, as in for the remedial classes, what are their resources that they are providing to the students, what's their location, some of the few videos or say evidences of their classes they can add up over here into their own websites. Now, how to create website, right? So it's an amazing tool. It's very simple. It looks complicated. Just stay focused for 20 minutes and you will be able to create your own website once you will dedicate 1.5 hours into it, after practicing definitely. So you need to go to the waffle button, the 9 dots, and scroll down here. There will be sites available if you are using your workspace ID. Otherwise, you can directly go to the Omni box and type here sites.com, enter. It will take you to a page where you will open up blank new sites. Now here, sites.com, I need to go ahead, just a moment. Sites.google.com. So once I'm here onto sites.google.com, right, there are multiple templates also available. Once you know how to work on a blank new site, you can always modify the templates and can use them. So there are lot many templates for lot many purpose. You can always check the template gallery. Now coming back to the blank new site, how we can create. So just click on this colorful plus sign, that's blank site, towards the left hand side of your screen. It will open a site document. This is just a document. You can say you are just working on, using pen and paper right now, putting up all your thoughts. And once it is ready, then only we will publish, right? So we cannot publish our website until and unless we give it a name. We need to give a title to our site to give, to make it publish. Otherwise, you will see that this publish button is not active right now. So the moment I'll give my site a title, the moment I give it a name, this publish button will become active. So I'm going to give this a name. For example, I'm giving it a name as in Vidya Tree. Any name you can give, right? Done. So the moment it will come up here, now you can see this publish button has become active and I can publish my website, right? So it's very important that you give it a name. Now here, this is your cover page, right? So any cover page, any image you want to add, you can add. If you want to remove the cover page, you don't want a cover page, you just want a text to come up over here, you just need to click on this bin icon to remove the cover page. If you don't want that to be done, just undo the action. Again, your title page will come up here. Now, I need to add images into it. I need to add content into it. How can I go about it? Now, everything, all the tools lies up here onto your right hand side of the screen. The entire toolbox for making your website is available here. You can see everything is available. So whatever we are going to do is from this right panel, right? Anything that I need to insert, I'll just look into the right panel, we'll scroll down, select and insert. It's damn easy. Okay. Now say I need to click here, I need to add here an image. How can I go about it? We'll just click onto the image option. In this cover page only, there's an image option. We'll click on this. Now from where you want to add image? From your desktop, or you want to select it from your drive or from regular Google search, right? Say I'm going ahead with the select option because I don't have any such image in my desktop. Now here Google also gives you a small gallery of picture that's absolutely free to use and they don't have any copyright content as well. If you want, you can pick up an image from here also, or else you can go to Google Drive if you have the link of the image, or you have it into your photos. From anywhere you can pick up. I'm going ahead with Google Images and say I'm looking here something related to kindergarten because I'm a kindergarten teacher. So I get examples for that only, right? So I'm looking here images for kindergarten school. And we'll just look for one picture. Ideally, when we are creating our website, the images should be real. We should just not go ahead with any kind of image over here. So this is just a practice thing. So I'm just picking up a random image. Once you will select an image, click on insert over here. Now, after inserting the image, you want to increase the size of this, or you want to decrease this, or you want to increase the brightness of this. So all that can be done from this particular option where you get the header type option. Here only when you will click, you will see you want it to be a large banner or only title. Title means only text will come up. So you can add a text over here. For example, I'm adding here a text as in little scholars, and done. You want to modify this text, whatever you have added, right? So when you click in the text box, the entire toolbar appears here. So anything that you want to do with this entire text box, you can do. You want to change the font style, you can change the font style. You want to change the size of it, you can change the size of it. Just make sure that you select the text first and then go ahead, right? So when I select the text and change, see here the changes are visible. Want to make it bold, italics, underline, want to change the color of the text, whatever color you want to keep, right? You can always go ahead and explore these options. Now here you want to add certain emoji, you can add that also. You want to change the alignment of the text, you can do that as well. You don't want a text box over here, you can delete. Suppose I don't want, so I will just delete. If I want it back, I can just undo my task, it will come back, right? And here there is an anchor icon. There is an option to increase the brightness also of the image. That is these little stars that come up over here. Anchor is to adjust the image onto your screen, like which part of the image you want to focus on. So this is again by default that it comes up. We cannot do anything. It all depends on to the size that you have added. Now moving on to the next part, say I want to write something here. So what I need to do, very simple, go to the insert option, insert text box. You may click here onto text box and you can write whatever you want to write. Suppose you want to write here the motto of the institution, right? So you can write the motto of the institution or the department, whatever it is. Okay, again, want to modify the text and all everything, just select the text box and select the theme, select the style here, what you want to go ahead with. What size you want to keep, you can always choose that also. Right? You want to keep a background, different background over here. So again, we can use themes. See, we need to give our website an aesthetic look. And how we can give our website an aesthetic look? By adding up a theme over here. So how we can add a theme to our website so that everything looks very nice and in a proper format. I just need to go to the right hand side of my screen, right, where insert option is there, pages is there, and themes is there. You need to click on the themes option. Now here you can select any of the themes that are already available by default, or else you can create a custom theme as well. So you just need to click on this plus custom sign, give it a name. I'm giving it a name as in say ABC, and then I'll click on next. You can choose any set of colors that are already given over here. These are the preset colors. You can choose anyone from here, or else you can go ahead with customized colors also and make your own choices. I prefer these preset colors because it gives us a good color combination. So once I select one, I'll go to the next option. Now throughout my website, what font style you want to be followed? Like for the titles and headings, what is it that you want? I want that all my titles and headings should always come as in say in Comic Sans, right? Then the body text should always come in say Kevit or any other font style that you want, right? You can always select that and then just click on create theme. So now what will happen whenever you add a text, you need not to change the text style always. You can always go ahead with this particular feature of theme and it will automatically be available every time, right? For example, this is a normal text right now that I have changed it, right? So if I make it to title, it's Comic Sans rather, but if I make it to say normal text, it's Kivit, right? So the text has changed over here accordingly now. Now, similarly, say again, you have to add a text box. So what you will do again, you will go to the insert option, click on text box and you can add a text box, or else there is a shortcut to it. And what is the shortcut? You can double click on the blank space, a circular wheel will come up. And you can use all these features of text, image, drive, embed from this circular wheel also. Means images will allow you to upload images from your desktop, from your drive. You can upload things from your drive also. You can pick up the things from your desktop as well. You can embed a code as well. Like when we publish our calendar, right? We get an embed code also. So we can copy the embed code, come here onto the embed option, select the embed code and paste the embed code over here. And we can just click on next. The calendar will get embedded into our website. Or else, what else we can do? When you scroll down over here, right now, there are a lot many options. Whenever you have to insert anything, just scroll down. What is it that you need to add? Calendar. Click on calendar. Whatever calendars you have created till date, all the calendars will come up over here. You can just select one and click on insert. Now that calendar will get embedded into your website directly. Whatever changes you will do in your calendar will automatically reflect here to your participants, right? So this is how actually we can embed a calendar. Now, for example, I want to add few images of the projects that my students have made. How can I go about it? So either you can use these content blocks. These content blocks are also known as layouts, right? So I can pick up any of these content blocks. For example, I am picking up one. Right now, these are the placeholders along with the text box. So you can design these content blocks with the help of text box and placeholders that are available onto the right hand side, this side, right? So you can design either these on your own or else you can pick up a ready-made one. So we can add image over here. We can add videos also. So here, say in one box, I'm going to add an image, and in the other placeholder, I'm going to add a YouTube video or any video that you have in your drive if you have. So I'm clicking onto this plus sign within the placeholder. Now it gives you the option. What is it that you want to add? Video, map, calendar. What is it, right? Say I want to add something from my desktop. So I'll just go ahead with upload and I'll just pick up an image from my desktop. I'm just taking a random image over here and open. Right now the image is open. I can increase the size, I can decrease, I can adjust it accordingly by stretching onto the edges and can write a text over here, for example, STEAM activity. Right? You want to add more description about it, you can write here at the bottom. Okay, because there is another text box. You don't want to describe anything, you want to delete this text box. I don't want it. Just select that and come onto the toolbar, click on the delete icon, and it will get deleted. Similarly here, I want to add a YouTube video that I have uploaded in my channel, or I want to pick up any random video of any particular skill that I want to put up here onto my website for reference, right? I can just click onto the plus sign, scroll down to YouTube and can search for a video. For example, I'm adding a video here for DIY for kindergarten. Now, lot many activities are there. I'll just pick up one and then click on insert. It will come up. Again, you want to add the text, detailings you want to add, you can add. You want to resize, you can resize it as well. Right now here with the option of theme, we can change the background color of our site also. Right now it is green, light green. Okay, so when I click on, I keep my cursor here towards my left hand side, there is a color palette that's coming. So when I click on this color palette, basically this is for section colors. So whatever elements we are adding, basically we are adding sections over here. I can select what color it should be, so I can change accordingly. So the text color and the background color will change accordingly. So by adding theme, actually, we can change the background of our website as well, and we can give it a more aesthetic look. Similarly, to add more of beautification to your site, what you can do, you can use the feature of spacer and divider also. That is there on the right hand side corner. So when I click onto the divider part, it just gives me a simple line. Again, this is just to add a beauty to your site. So wherever required, you can use. Similarly, you want to provide some extra space between two sections. Like here, I want to add some extra space. Okay, so I'll just select the above section and click on spacer. Now an extra space has been added. I want to change the color of this spacer. I can always change the color of the spacer from the color palette over here. Right? So these are the things that we use to beautify our website. Now, the very beautiful feature here, as in say, I want to create more pages. How can I go about more pages? So on to the right hand side, just go, there is an option of pages. Click on pages, scroll down at the bottom, there is a plus sign, click on it, and here you can give it a name. For example, this is my photo gallery for the academic session, something, right? So I'm just typing your photo gallery, and we'll click on that. Right now, photo gallery is here. I can create here image carousels where all the pictures will keep on changing automatically. I don't have to do anything. For example, in this book, like what was happening in this particular library, the books, the images here are changing automatically. So this is image carousel basically. How do we create this? Okay, so coming back to my site over here, the document that I'm working on, we'll go back to the insert option, scroll down, very simple, come down here to image carousel feature, and you can add as many images as you want, your choice, but the rule is minimum pictures should be 2, not less than 2, right? So 2 or a number of pictures. So I'll go ahead with plus sign and I can upload image from my desktop. I can select image from my drive or regular Google search as well. So I'm going ahead with say select image as of now, just for this thing, going ahead with Google images. We'll search for an image, for example, sports day. Definitely in my website, I'll add original images, right? And we'll just pick up, say, random 5 to 6 images. Up to you how many images you want to go ahead with. So I'm selecting 5 images over here. Once done, you will see the number left hand side at the bottom that how many images you have selected. Once done, just come to the right hand side, click on this blue box that says insert. Now all the images will come up here. I want the images to change automatically, right? So on this carousel box only, you will see that there is a setting gear icon towards the right side. You need to click on it and go ahead with auto start. Select the speed, at what speed you want the images to change. So let it be medium, right? You don't want to show captions, so you can remove the captions. You want to show, you don't want to show the dots, you can remove that as well. Now, what are dots? For example, here in this library, there are no dots at the bottom. Dots basically indicates how many images I have added. So if you don't want to show that, you can always remove that. Now, I'm going back to insert. Now, while adding the images only, you can add alt text to it to enhance the accessibility of your website. Now, how alt text will enhance the accessibility of my website? Because when we are adding text to our images that we are using into our website, right, we are actually feeding information. So it will come down under Google search as well. Same thing happens with YouTube also. The more of description you will put with more of keywords, the better, your videos will go higher in regular searches for the YouTube as well. Say I want to add alt text, I want to add captions over it later on, I decided upon. So how can I go about it? Simple. Once you have created your carousel, you can select, go to the setting gear icon. Now for whatever picture you want to add alt text or you want to add a caption, you can just keep your cursor on that particular image. It will give you 2 options, either delete or add text. So here when I come to text, you want to add a caption or you want to add alt text. So I want to add alt text, so I'll just add here alt text. You can describe the picture. For example, I'm adding your football. Right, that's it, apply. This is just the alt text that I have added, so that if someone is looking for football and there is a word mentioned football in my website, it will enhance the accessibility of that. You want the caption to be available to the audience, those who are visiting your website, so you can go to the text box, add caption, and mention your caption as in say pre-primary football match. Right, so this is a caption for this particular image only, not for all. Update. Whatever changes you are doing, just update it. Once updated, my carousel is ready. I want to see how this will be visible to my audience. So I can go right at the top. There is a preview icon. I can click here onto the preview option. and can see how my website will appear actually onto a mobile phone or a tablet or a large device. Mainly people see things into the mobile phone or the tablets. They hardly, very rare people, they use large devices to visit to a website, because mobile, it's very handy. So you can always check how it will appear on the mobile phone screen by just clicking on this option, right? So here you can see the images are changing automatically. There are dots coming up at the bottom indicating that how many images I have added, and wherever the text is there, that text will also appear. I want to change the view of a tablet, I can change the view for the large device as well. I want to see the view for my home page also. So I'll just go right at the top, click on the home page and come here, and then I can see the view of my home page as well. This is all the preview item. Now my videos and all will play in the preview item only, not in my editable file. So to come back to the editor mode, I'll just click on this cross button. Back onto my editor mode, right? Now say you want, I want to go back to my photo gallery page. So here from the top, I can go to my photo gallery page. And you want to add more carousels, you can add more carousels, right? Now say you want to create a sub page as well. How do I go about it? So when I go to photo gallery here, go to pages option, right? And keep my cursor on photo gallery. There are three dots. You just need to click on it. There is an option of sub page. So you can create a sub page also if you wish. So a sub page will come. For example, this is for 2025, 26 I'm keeping. So here, just a moment, please. I'm so sorry for the disturbance. So here we have created a sub page. So when I click on the sub page right now, I'm working onto my sub page. How to see the difference? When I'm here, right, I'll just do the change onto my cover page. So we can change the cover page for all our pages, not mandatory that we keep it same. Again, it's your choice. Here I'm keeping it title only. And see, the moment I change the title, the year came up over here, because the name of the sub page, whatever I have given, is that. And in my photo gallery, I can see this thing. Right. Now, for example, in this sub page, I want to create a collapsible group. Now, what's collapsible group? Collapsible group is basically these options where here, see, like under books, all the books have been listed. Then when I see toys, so all the toys have been listed over. Binders, I can see all the binders. These are collapsible groups, right? So if you want an information to be available in a very compact way, like if anybody wants to go to that particular detailed information, they can just click on that option and they can see that. For example, here I am providing certain workshops for students, right? So I'll just come here with the collapsible group. As many collapsible groups you want to create, you can create. You just need to click on collapsible group. A group will get created. Now here, what text will be visible to the audience? We'll write here at the top. Say here, I want to write as in say workshops, say summer workshop, summer camp workshop. Now, what are the scam workshops that I'm going to provide? I'll just list them out over here. For example, I'm just adding as in A, B, C, D. Okay, these are the workshops that I'm providing. Similarly, I want to create another carousel. So again, I'll go to here, another collapsible group. I'll come here onto the collapsible group. We'll give it a name again. For example, this is weekend activities. Right now, I want to mention the activities. So I'll just click down and then I can add my weekend activities, whatever I am conducting, all will come up over here. Right now, how we can create button. For example, here in this website, if you see, these buttons have been created, and when I click on the button, right, it takes me to the another document only. It can take us to another video also. We can connect anything over here, any website page, any document, any video, anything that has got a link, right? So create a button, we should have a link. You can attach a form link also. So for inserting a button, you simply need to come down here to button option, give a name to the button, for example, registration form. right? And here you need to paste the link of it. So once you add the link and click on insert, the button will get inserted, right? Now, similarly, say you want to add here some Google file, Google slide or sheet or form, make sure that content should be available in your drive beforehand. And then you can directly select the content from here. Say, I want to attach a Google slide for this bootcamp too. I want to add here in my website. So I can just go to slides option and will pick up the slide that is there in my drive. I'll just pick up one and then we'll click on insert, right? So now what will happen? This slide is coming up over here. Now, definitely I need to give permission over here. I need to give permission over here as in, I just delete this. There's a sound coming. Okay, so I need to give permission basically that whether people should be the viewer of this particular presentation, or they can edit the presentation how it should be, right? So we need to give them the access to the file. Same goes with your docs also. If you are adding a doc file, you should give permission as in whether they should be the viewer of the document or whether they should be the editor of the document. So definitely when we are creating our website, we try to make it into the viewer format only. We don't give the edit rights, right? But if you want the people to give feedbacks, then definitely you can add a document over there. Other than that, now say you want to give your students to work in Google Sites as a collaborative project they have to create. How can we add here people? So we need to give them the editor rights, right? So here at the top corner, you can see that there is an option of share with others option. You may click on this and you can add the email IDs of your students, right? As many students you want to add, you can add them, give them the editor rights. Now, you don't want them to publish this website because first you will see what's the content, right? As an educator, definitely I need to check what my students are doing. Then only I can make it public, or I can make it restricted also. That's the best advantage of our sites. So when I click onto the setting here, I can remove this checkbox. Editors can publish, change permission, and add new people. No, they cannot change their group members. They have to work together, right? And they cannot even publish. So once I have done this setting, I'll just click on send. They will receive an email notification for the same thing, that they have got access to edit this particular website. So once my entire website is ready, I have added all the slides, documents, charts, form, layout, right? Images, if you have added anything, whatever you have done, you just need to click on this publish button. That's there, right hand side top corner. Give a name to your website. If it is available, it will come up like this. If it's not available, it will give you a cross, means that has been taken by someone else. And Google gives us a free domain also. So I'll go ahead with publish option. Now, when I publish, my website has been published successfully. I just need to click on this link icon that's active now. I can copy this link and share it with others. Right now, this is right now publicly available. I want to make it restricted. I just want a group of people to access my website. So what can I do? In that case, you need to come here onto the link option right here. Published site is right now, it's Learning Link Foundation, right? I can make it public. I can restrict it also. So when I restrict, I need to add the name of the people, those who can access my website. Right now, this website is for only Learning Links Foundation, right? If I make it public, then everybody with the link can view this particular website. So I'm just removing it right now. Okay, and then say done. Now, for example, say once you have published your website and there is some announcement that you have to make that, oh, wow, we are coming up with beautiful workshop for professional development. And I want, teachers across other schools also should visit my website and they can join for the webinar. So where can I make an announcement actually? So you just need to go to the navigation menu over here and you come here with the option of announcement banner. So you can click on the announcement banner. You can show the banner. Pick up a banner color of your choice, whatever color you want, and then make an announcement over here. For example, join the upcoming webinar on AI in education, right? And you want to add a registration form link and all, then you can always create a button. But for creating a button, you need a link also. Now, I want this announcement to be visible to my home page only, not all pages. Means, suppose if I have created in my website 5 pages, so on, or all 5 pages, the announcement should be visible. No, I just want it to be visible onto, say, the home page, right? And then just cross it. Now, the banner will come up over here. Just a moment, let me cross check. Announcement banner. Okay, it should be in the home page. So right now I'm not on my home page. When I'll go to my home page, so here the announcement banner has come up. Now, will this be visible to my audience? No. Why? Because whenever I add anything new in my website document, I need to republish it. So to show up this change, I need to publish my website again, and whatever changes, even the slightest change, if you want your audience to view, right, you need to republish your website again and again. See here, this is the change that I have done right now, and here there is no announcement banner. I want this to be visible to my audience, so here I need to publish it once again. Other, it will be just saved as draft and your audience won't be viewing it. There's another important feature over here. How can I make copies of my website? I can make a copy of my document and then can start working on it. See here, there are 3 dots, right? When I come down, I can make a copy of it. I can check the version history, who has done what changes over the time period within my document, right? Even I can duplicate my website also, right? Now, for example, when you come onto the pages, you want to hide any page. Right now, I'm working on a page. I don't want that to be visible to my audience. So can I hide that page for a time period? Yes. As for long you want to hide that page without deleting the content, you can hide that page from your audience. How? You just need to select that page, 3 dots, scroll down, hide from navigation. That's it. And then again, publish. That's it. You just need to publish. So what will happen? In my currently published page, you will see that the sub page is coming, but in my recent page here, when I come on to photo, 2025, 25 is showing up over here. Rather, when I come down here, there is no sub page available. So I can just simply publish. Now what will happen? That page is hidden. I can work on this page, but it is not visible to my audience. So that was for your Google sites, as in how you can create sites, how you can add content into it, how you can add YouTube into it, and how you can make it more accessible by using alt tags. So once you have a structure in your mind, right, that this is what all I need to add in my site, right, you can create amazing websites. So it's time for the quiz now. Let's check your knowledge. So here, once moving ahead. So with Google Sites, let's check our understanding. An educator wants to create a collaborative project website where students can contribute different sections. Which Google site feature best facilitates this? Embedding a single Google Doc using the announcement page template, sharing the site with editor permission, inserting a Google form for feedback. What do we have as an answer?
Lot of C's.
Okay, that's great. Yes, C is the correct answer. Now, moving on to the next question. To enhance accessibility on a Google site, which of the following is most important? Using a bright, colorful theme, adding numerous embedded videos, providing all text for all images, using a large variety of font styles. So what we are getting here as answer?
Lot of C's again.
Okay, that's correct. Great, I've got good audience this time. They were quite alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's time for Google Geo Tools. So over to you, ma'am.
Yes, so I'll quickly do. We have two topics in here with Google Tools, and I'm going to pick up one and then followed by Shafali ma'am. So we have one geo tool called My Maps. We've all been using Google Maps. Now we are going to focus on My Maps, how to use it and leverage it to the use of students in class. And then we've got Google Earth, which ma'am would be taking up. So right here. So I'm going to go to I'm going to go right away to mymaps.google.com, and there is the interface for My Maps. These are some of the maps one creates. So all the maps that you have would be here. The maps owned by you, if you click on that, would be here. If somebody shared some maps with you which are not your own maps, if somebody shared it or you have shared it, then the recent ones. So these are some of the maps you could see are right here. So we begin by creating a new map. Once it does that, it gives a pop-up saying my maps are available. Upload titles, thumbnail, and associated metadata to Drive. It always goes to your Drive. So when you, after creating a map, go to your Drive, that's the first recent document you would see on My Maps in your Drive. So this is how the map would come in. A pop-up window on the left comes in. You give it a name. Let's say a simple map, a direction map. So I can say Delhi route, and I click on save. I can add a description if I'd like, and here it names it as Delhi route. Here I can say, let's say my home destination. So Sarvodaya Enclave is what I enter, and don't forget to add to map. If you don't, it will not appear on the left. So here, and you see there is a pin that has been created. You can always take it, click on this little box and color it any color you'd like, and I can change the pin. I can even label it with these popular icons that it has. So you've got the restaurant, you've got the fun, I think that's the hospital, the work. So I'm going to choose it as home. So it, my pin changes to home. Now I have added this to my home page. It's coming. Okay, that's done. One second. It's coming down. So you've got this. Next, I'm going to choose another destination, maybe my school. So my home is right here. I'm going to choose Lycée Français. So here it is, the French school. And I click on add map. Another pin has been created. I can say add to map. And the moment I do that, I can always edit it. I can take a picture of it, add image. If I have a school image that I have, I can upload it right here. I can set directions here, and I can delete the place. So that's as simple as clicking your places. And then you can, what all you can do with it is you can either draw a line between the two, or you can set directions. When I click on direction, it adds a layer to it. On the left, how would you like to go? If you click on the driving, would you want to go bicycling or you want to go walking? That's the transportation mode. From French school to where do you want to go? So like any map that you use, it sets a destination from point A to B. You simply drag it up, it changes the A and B. So now my home becomes A and B is the destination. That becomes, you click on the ruler right here that measures the distance from A to B. So that's about nearly 8 kilometers, 7.53. So that's how easy it is to calculate the distance from one place to another. That's one use of My Maps. Second one, I'm going to go back and create another one, which will be actually project based, is what Google level 2 certification says. Again, we go to this create map. So I sometimes in my history lesson, we work on freedom struggles. So let's create that one, project based. So struggle to freedom, and I click on save. I'm going to identify all the spots where the freedom struggle actually started before independence. So I'm going to start with Barakpur in West Bengal, and I click on add map. If you see, my destinations will be added from where it actually started, going to Gujarat We have got Dundee. Adding on to it, we've got, followed by that is Jhansi. History teachers, correct me, apologize if in case I make that mistake. Skip a state. Okay, we've got Mumbai next. Okay, so we've got Mumbai, and then we've got Kolkata. We've got Champaran in Chhattisgarh. Adding to the map, you'll see how beautiful path it creates. Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar. So we're covering the entire India. Then we've got the Chauri Chaura in UP. Sorry. Chauri Chaura in UP. Adding to that, then we've got Kakori. I remember these when we were doing our history, the Kakori Kand, and that going on to the last one as Lahore. So all this is created. Now what I'm going to do is, under this untitled layer, I'm going to close this. You see all these have been pinned in various places. If you see these pins, so there's one in Amritsar, there's one in Lahore. Now what will happen is, you have got this something called individual styles. I want to click on this. It says individual style, group by places or set labels. I don't want to create any labels, but here I'm going to sequence by numbers. So from 1 to 10, that's my order. Now it will label that. After that, I'm going to click on making it further smaller so it's visible on one screen. So now this is where India is. I'm just squeezing my fingers. Now I want to create a line from one point to another. So I click on draw line. As I click on it, it says either I add a line or shape, add driving route, cycling or walking route. I want to just simply click on it. So I'm going to start with one right here, which was my Barakpur, going on to 2. Simply I'm just clicking my mouse onto the numbers as sequence. 3, 4, going on to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Once I'm done, I click on the last one. It pops up. I can name it or just click it here, and I click on save. The moment I do save, my left side with all my numbers, you can see line 11 has appeared. That's the 11th item on my map. And my map has been created. So like that, you can ask your students, let's say you're working on monuments, you're working on a lit travel, wherein you've got some character who's going from one place to another, one country to another. That's where you can ask them to draw this using the My Map feature. And then you click on, this is where you can share this map very easily. Click on this. A pop-up would appear. So anyone with this link can view. So if I click on this, let others search. If somebody finds my map here, I can toggle it, and anybody who finds struggle to freedom, they might be able to track this map on Google. It will go by this name. That's my account name that it is created from. I simply click on this, or I can share on Drive. Once I have taken the link, I can simply, for example, go to your chat box and I type in and hit enter. You all will be able to get this link, and maybe at a later time you can open this and the map will open up right here for you. So this is how simple it is to share the map. Once this is done, you have something called preview. You were on the edit, which was the base map that you created. When you share your map, this is how it will look at someone. They can't edit it. This is how it will appear. Struggle to freedom. You have got the untitled layer. So here, this is the map that you would have for people to understand. So if your students are doing collaborative mode and they're working on it, this is how they will work, and they can work together doing different aspects of their characters, of their story in literature. They can say how the different eras of literacy evolved. That could be one. Then science, how the probably the evolution of something came from one scientist to another, or when Christopher Columbus discovered parts of the world. So that could be all here. Simple, you click on here, edit, and this is where you can edit and go back to your base mode and click on the edit, or you can share from here. So that is all about my map with respect to level 2 certification. We are going to move to our second geo tool, which is Google Earth. Off to you, Shafali ma'am. I'm going to unshare my screen.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm going to share.
Just a second. It's
Yes.
time check, please. Yeah.
Yes.
So let me just share my. Yes. So going ahead with the other tool, that's Google Earth. Basically, we get it into the 9 dots over here. When I scroll down, there's Google Earth available. Now here in Google Earth, we don't get direct satellite images. Rather, these are the clicked images that are being patched all together by Google to create a complete view of it. So always remember, these are not the direct images that we get from satellites, right? So here in Google Earth, basically we can create our project for teaching history, geography to the students, and some concepts of mathematics also can be covered over here. So to create a new project, I'll just come here, open Google Earth, click on this plus new sign, and then click on new project. Right? It is an untitled project. I just need to give it a name. For example, I'm giving it a name as in practice as of now. Right now, you can also use this tool in your mobile phones as well. You can download it from Play Store. It slows down your device, so that's the thing that you need to take care of. Now, how we can go about it actually. So here in the search bar, you can see there's a search option. So we can look for any particular location that we are teaching to our students to make this lesson more interesting and engaging. For example, wonders of world, right? So I'm looking here for, say, Taj Mahal. So I'll just go ahead with Taj Mahal over here. And even for, say, if you are teaching your students any lesson in literature and you want to create a lit trip, means the places that has been mentioned into the literature chapter, you want them to take to a virtual tour basically. So you can create that trip over here as well. So once you come on to Taj Mahal, right? So it will show you the location. Now, at the bottom, you will see that there are a few options available, as in there's an option of street view, there is an option of direction, 3D view, and all, right? So you need to just click on this man's icon that will basically show you all the blue lines, like wherever we can go for a virtual walk. So once I click on this icon, I can actually see these blue lines and I can drag and drop this man to a particular destination. And we can go to that place and can have a virtual tour of that particular part of the monument, right? Now, say I want to add this part in my project. How can I add this part in my project? Simple. You need to capture the event, right? So with these arrows, basically, we can capture the areas. So onto the right-hand side top corner, there's an option of capture this view. So I'm clicking on capture. Now this view is captured and it's a part of my project. I'll go back again. And here, see, this is an untitled street view, right? I just need to give it a name. Say this is the front part, for example, right? So I'm just adding your front part. And if you want to add any description about this part, you can add that description. You want to add any media over here, like you want to upload any image, you can upload any image from your desktop as well that is related to the monument. Okay, I'm just picking up a random image that's available as of now. Even you can add a video link also. So when you click on media, right, you want to add a file or you want to add a link of a video, up to you. So you can add that and then just click on done, right? So as many images and videos you want to add, you can add. Now similarly, say I want to add another part of Taj Mahal here as a capture part. So this is one slide that I have added. Now I want to add another slide. So again, I'll just go ahead with the street view option. So with the street view, I can see actually where I can land around. I'll just go to, say, some other part over here. We'll just click somewhere. and I can reach to that particular part. Now I'm there inside the Taj Mahal. Now I want to capture this beautiful and carving on the wall, right? So how can I go about it? I'll just capture this view from here. Now this is my second slide of my project. Done. I'll go back, right? So again, you can give it a name. For example, this is the inside view. Okay, and then done. So likewise, we can create, multiple slides of for a multiple for a particular destination. You want to add another destination, you can add another destination also. For example, I want to add here Hampi. So it will take me to Hampi over here. Now I'm here on to Hampi again. I can go through the street view option, capture the views that I want to make a part of my project over here by landing onto a particular space, right? And I can make that part a view of it. So you need to do little, you need to dedicate little time to, capture the views and all that, which part actually you want your students to see when you are showing them this presentation, basically, because it comes out as a presentation. So you can always name it, add description, add media to make it more engaging. And even in the description part, you can embed a knowledge check form also. Means you can add a link of a Google form as well, where after say teaching them this particular part, you can check their knowledge, that how much they have understood. Right. Now, once you have created your entire project, it will get saved into your Google Drive, and you can share this project from Google Drive as well. You can share it from here also when I come on to the share option, and you will get the link as well. Right here only it will give the option of restricted and as in say anyone with the link. So you just need to click on continue, copy the link, and share it as in however you want to share with the participants. If you are giving your students an option to give the edit, so they can add more slides into it by capturing views over here once you teach them, definitely. So when you are presenting your Google Earth project to your students, so you just need to go to the slideshow option. And once I go to the slideshow option, I will reach to my first slide over here. See where I captured this Taj Mahal ka scenario, and I can go for a virtual tour and talk about this, right? So whatever descriptions I will be adding all will come up over here, and even the image that I have added, that will also come up. Video that I will add, that will also come up. Now I want to go to the next destination. So left hand side at the bottom, there is a table of content that's available. So whatever views we have captured, right, it will take us to that view. Now this is the inner view. Okay, again, I can go for a walk and see the crowd inside, see the stones that has been used, right? Okay, that there's a way to go inside also. Again, I want to go to the third part. I can go here now from Taj Mahal to some other place I have reached, right? So we can go to any particular place, and it has got one more beautiful feature, as in you can, just look for random places also. For example, here when I go to the search option at the bottom, there is a dice that shows I'm feeling lucky. So when you click on I'm feeling lucky, right now I'm not sure about where to go, what to find out. Let's explore some new place. So I can just click on that particular dice option, and it will take me to a random part of the world, and I can see the entire information, the images and all, everything. And if you find something interesting, you can always create your project on that and share it with your students as well. And instead of giving them certain boring projects, actually we can give them to create a project using Google Earth, capturing the various parts of the monuments, finding about it, and then presenting something with a presentation where they need not to put in much of effort. Rather, they just have to use their knowledge. So that was about the Google Earth. So with Google Earth, actually, we can create virtual tours, amazing tours with our students, and they can always learn in an engaging and interesting manner. So it's time for the knowledge check.
Shivani ma'am, are you sharing this slide deck?
Yes, ma'am. Is it visible?
Yes, visible.
Okay, great. So here for the knowledge check, there are 1 or 2 questions. So an educator wants students to create a virtual tour showcasing the impact of climate change on a specific region. Which Google Geo tool is most appropriate for this task? Google Maps for directions, Map for Street View, Earth projects, Google My Map for simple point placement. What's the answer that
We've
we are
got
getting?
C's coming, a lot of C's.
Great. So we can use Google Earth project over here. Now moving on to the next question. How can an educator best utilize Google My Maps to facilitate collaborative student research on local historical landmarks? So by creating a single map and sharing it with view only permission, by having each student create individual maps, by creating a map and sharing it with collaborate permission, allowing students to add markers and information, or by using Google Street View to show pre-made images of the location.
It is C again.
That's great. Yes. So we are all on to the right track, I must say. That was all from my side, right? Okay, thank you so much. And now